Well, hi, and I have the hi, and I have the great pleasure of welcoming to this YouTube chess channel that I operate here for you. I have the great honor, and it's highly, it's really good that I've got the current brand new New Zealand chess champion of the country, the champion of New Zealand, the champion of the world. Soon to be, maybe, who knows, you never know. But I've got the utter great pleasure of having this FIDE master, Daniel Gong, who's just had his birthday the other day. We won't divulge his age, but I've got the great pleasure of interviewing him. But I'm going to try to do as little as talking as possible. So all you have to do is go, if I talk too much, please, Daniel, if that be okay with you. So anyway, first impressions on your result that's just happened. What have you got to say to the people out there that watch this channel of mine?
First of all, hello to everybody that's watching the video. And first impression of my result, did you say?
Sorry?
Sorry, did you ask for the first impression on my result?
Yeah, your first impression. What? You look pretty happy.
Well, yeah. It has been a very enjoyable. It was a very enjoyable event for me.
Yes.
I really going into the tournament. I really didn't expect to win. But
right.
I mean, I kind of just went with the flow, and at some point, I realized I probably have a really good chance at winning this event, especially after rounds 3 and 4, beating the current New Zealand, the then current New Zealand chess champion, and one of my biggest rivals in Nicholas Crode and Russell Dive.
Right. Yeah. Yes. Very good. Oh, great.
So yeah,
so you've got the big rook at home. What does that feel like? Or is it at home?
No.
So you haven't got it at home. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it not allowed to be?
The federation keeps it.
Okay. Yeah. Because some people have been a bit light with it, haven't they, in the past? So they want to protect it, but they don't have to protect it from someone like you. But they'd have to protect it from the thieves out there and that sort of thing. So, so that's a bit of a danger, especially with the historical names on there that you've now joined. And one of them is another young player was David Gallogly a long time ago. Did you happen to see the names on there?
No.
Oh, no. Just as important that your one's on there.
There's way too many. Yeah, so I don't have a read over all of the names, but I'm sure across the years there has been many great masters that have won this before me.
Yeah, because of course Ortvan Saupu's won that international master. Ortvan Saupu's won that tournament so many times, really, hasn't he? And even some South Islanders have won it in their time, a wee while back. Some of them were just flukes, but yours wasn't. Now, who taught you chess anyway, Daniel? Is your volume okay?
Who introduced me to chess?
Yeah.
My volume? As in, am I speaking too quiet?
A bit low.
I'll speak a bit
I don't know if you can.
Okay, I'll speak a bit louder.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yeah. So, I got introduced to chess in primary school. When I was in year 1, actually, and when I was 5. I was friends with this boy. Well, he's called, and his dad, by chance, was the chess coach at my primary school. Some people may know him. His name is like Wayne McDougall.
Oh, yes, I do.
yeah, so he introduced me to the game, and yeah, I've been playing ever since.
Wow, fantastic. Since 5 years old or so, primary school and that sort of thing. And Ray McDougall. So I've got actually, I've actually was going to ask you that next question about, was he your primary coach?
Well, he was my he was my first coach. He was the person that introduced me to chess. And well, across the years, I've switched between multiple chess coaches. And yeah, I've I've had interactions with quite a lot of famous chess coaches in Auckland, for example. Ewan.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ewan
that's
Green.
good.
Yeah, I was coached by him for a period as well. Yeah.
Okay. What do you play chess, Daniel?
Why do I play chess? Oh,
Why do you
because
play?
I like the game.
You like it?
It's
That's a good
fun.
answer.
Yeah, it's fun, and it just it's I can say it's both fun to win and fun to lose.
Oh,
If you win,
wow.
yeah, if one wins the game, it's, well, obviously you'll be happy. If you lose the game, then obviously you did something wrong, so you can go learn from it and win next time.
You're answering
It's a
my
learning
questions
experience.
already. There are some of my questions that I've got in this, this sort of like ramble of my writings,
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and am I coming through too brightly?
That's fine. That's fine.
I've just gone and bought. If you had a look at my last video on here in Dunedin, I am at the moment at my mum's place. Who's 95. She's really amazed with I don't want to ask your age, but you're still under 20, or are you under 20 still?
Yes, I just turned 19 a week
Wow.
ago.
Well, my mother, she's 95 and she takes a big head off she takes her big head off to you. And
Thank you.
she's just amazed that you've done it, and especially with such a strong field, as you've already mentioned some of those players. So what does chess have for you? I mean, I find your attitude's very, very good. It's very, very mature for your age. What does chess have for you? Is that sort of the same question?
Yeah, it's a fairly similar question. Chess for me over the years has been quite well, quite a nice game. It helped me also become, as you mentioned, perhaps slightly more mature because of just the nature of chesses. And
Yeah.
So chess it's not only fun for me, it's also helpful for me in affecting my ways of life, basically. Yeah, definitely. It would definitely have some effect. Maybe not very great, but definitely has some, especially since I play chess so much.
So how much time do you spend on the game of chess and preparation and all that?
Yeah, so I would say back when I was younger, perhaps when I was an intermediate, I would spend quite a long time on chess every single day. I'd say like 4 to 5 hours, perhaps.
Wow.
But once I got to high school and now I'm at uni, the time I can spend on chess is far less than I would like, due to my studies. Which is also another reason why I kind of didn't really expect to win the event this year, because due to the lack of time I was able to spend on chess during the year. But during the event, yes, I would look at chess quite regularly, and aside before the event as well, just to prepare for my opponents, as you said, and to get into the right playing mood.
What do you, yeah, your your attitude is really impressive. It's really impressive. So it's the attitude of a champion, I think, because I know some champions, not chess players, but I know some champions. I know chess player champions, but I know some champions, and their attitude is much the same as that. They're sort of like very. It's even like Capablanca was. Jose Capablanca had that attitude of you've got to lose a lot of games of chess before you start winning. But I know champions like that are the most humble people I've met in my life. You know, they're like meeting the Queen. So I don't even know if I could ask you, what do you do if things go wrong for you in the game of chess? What do you do?
Actually, that happens quite often.
Pardon?
Happens quite often.
Oh no.
Yeah, I
if they
mean,
go wrong for you, yeah.
I'd say I actually do end up with, well, bad, if not losing positions, actually pretty often. Yeah,
Right.
like in the New Zealand Championship I just played, I also end up with I'd say I had two games where I was, well, I knew I was worse, if not losing. But it was still fairly unclear, which was to my benefit because I was able
Of course.
Use factors like time travel to my advantage and turn it around. But when I'm in a worse position, well, it just I guess it just, well, I still gotta try my best. And basically turn the game around. If not, well, if I can't win, or at least like try to find a draw kind of mentality. And yeah. But yeah, I do end up with quite a few lost positions.
Are you going to get a higher rating now that it's a FIDE rating? Are you going, not the rating, but are you going to, have you got any points? I haven't looked. I want to come like completely fresh to this interview. So I haven't actually checked the results at all, one bit. And I sort of mentioned to you, I hope you did well when it was your birthday the other day. So happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
And I hadn't checked the results at all, and I was pretty pleased for you. So are you going to, is this giving you any chance for IM norm or something like that? Have you got one of those?
No, I haven't gotten any norms yet, and
Okay.
this one will not give me a norm. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure it's due to lack of different nationalities and also lack of international masters playing the tournament.
Okay, because there's a few. If you beat, people like Russell Dive and Nicholas.
Yeah.
So you beat Nicholas, did you? Round 3 or 5?
I did. Round 4.
We played each other. I'm not talking about myself, but we played each other in the Autumn Rapid on Lichess, and where I've got a wee trophy there because I got 340th, 47th or something. And I played, my favorite opponent was playing Eric Rosen. And I had a good position against him, but I was just going, I'm playing Eric Rosen, I'm playing, and I had a good position. I had a good night anyway, and that's on this channel. But Nicholas and I was white, and it was just so tentative, the way I had to draw it with Nicholas, because he's a very, 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 very good chess player. I'm very impressed with him, as I am of me too, of you, sort of thing. Have you any advice for new chess players? Because like you started at that young age, which is really good. I think it's very good, and you got your FIDE master quite quickly. Have you any advice for young or new chess players, people that are just starting out? What do you think they should concentrate, or any special advice?
Say for new chess players, especially younger ones, to spend a lot of time on chess basically because in primary school and intermediate, it's like the best time for you to discover your talents. Maybe not chess, not only chess is what I mean, also other stuff. Because once you get to high school and university, you actually run very long time. Time is very scarce. So yeah, for me, I definitely improved the period most when I was in primary school and intermediate. Yeah. And yeah, I'd say chess wise, as in how to improve wise, I'd say when you are just starting out, or even I'd say before you reach a rating of say 1,500, perhaps just also play a lot of games. Just playing a large amount of games will be able to help you improve. Once you get say past 1,500, then you might actually need to start studying like say openings and look at some end games. Obviously, this all should be done before as well, just not to such extent.
You're breaking up a wee bit, Daniel.
I'd say when starting out, yeah. Sorry. What was missed? My advice is
have you got your hand in front of your microphone
when just starting out.
Have you?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Yeah, so just maybe watch that because that might be just stopping some of your projection. Okay.
Yep, sure.
So can I ask you your favorite chess moment?
Favorite chess moment?
Or favorite game or something really special that was really just a great moment?
Favorite chess moment? I'd say my favorite chess moment was probably there's a few. So but I think two stand out to me. One would probably be, well actually I'll say three. obviously winning New Zealand, becoming New Zealand chess champion is a very standout moment for me. And also when I got my FIDE master title back in 2017, I think. That was also a really that was probably the most memorable event for me to this day.
Are people trying to, as soon as you won the New Zealand champs, were people trying to play you some games? You there, Daniel?
Because
you're frozen.
it was a zonal.
Sorry?
Play me some games. Oh, sorry. Am I frozen?
Your picture is, but that could be me or you. It's okay, but you're still coming through. But my question is, there you're back. Any people, sort of like giving you a go to try to beat you now that you're the New Zealand champion? Are they after you?
Well, no one has asked me.
They don't dare. It might be my laptop or the connection.
That's your question. I mean, no one has. It also could be my connection.
Okay. How do you?
Is it back to normal now?
Huh?
I said, is it okay now?
It might be your connection because what I'm saying. How do you relate chess to life?
I don't relate chess to life.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very interesting.
That's an interesting expression. That looked cartoony.
Yeah. I don't relate chess to life. Well, chess is, to me, a huge part of my life. And it's just, as I previously said, it's just something I do because I enjoy it a lot. So it's kind of just part of what I do. So basically, I guess like no matter what I'll be doing in the future, no matter where I'll be, I guess. I'll always, if I have time, always play a game or two, probably
Oh, wow.
online when I have the time to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So do you like over the board more, or do you like over the internet more? Which do you prefer?
I believe all chess players enjoy playing over the board more.
Yeah.
And including
I
myself.
asked you your question. What do you think?
Yeah. So I believe, yeah, I believe so as well. I believe enjoy playing over the board more than playing online. Is just
Ouch, we got a problem with my
and
laptop.
it just to see your opponent in person. Oh, so it's also just more enjoyable to see. Sorry. Oh, is it okay? Is the connection okay?
I hope my computer is not making a noise in the background, because it might be.
Oh no, it's fine, it's fine. Um, yeah, like I was saying, it's just more enjoyable to have your opponent and play your opponent when they're in person.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously, with the whole COVID situation,
Yeah.
it's not that nice. It's just for the chess scene, since there's a lot of events that have been cancelled. But yeah, so well, I believe not just me, everybody hopes that this COVID situation will be solved soon.
Yeah, it might dissipate. It might just
Yep.
do itself in. Scanning for
Yep.
cheating devices at chess tournaments. What do you think?
Scanning for cheating devices. Well, I don't really have an opinion on that. I think it's
Okay.
very normal, especially at large scale events like the chess Olympiad or like well, high level events, and it's just I think it's normal. I don't believe it should be compulsory for every single event, but I do believe that if the organizers want such a thing to happen, then the players shouldn't be too fussy about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
And what
I
about
just think it's very
Sorry?
understandable.
Yeah.
I think it's very understandable.
Yeah, I do too. Scanners at airports. Do you think they're safe or not?
That's a very random question. But yeah, I think they're safe. Yeah.
Okay.
I've recently put quite a few flights. So yeah, I believe they're pretty safe. Yeah.
End games in chess. Simple, right?
End games and chess. Actually, I actually believe end games and chess is the most complex part of the game. It's just so few pieces, but they have so many squares to go to, and sometimes the difference between, say, one square is the difference between a draw or a win, or a draw or a loss. And yeah, it's just some end games are really complicated, other end games are less complicated, but all end games, well, require experience and knowledge. So yeah, oh yeah, that's the thing I think. For say middle games, you can kind of just think for a long time and figure it out. It's much harder to do that in end games. And yeah, I just believe end games is something you both need to learn and play a lot to have the experience and knowledge to, well, do well. And especially like rook end games, and just yeah, rook end games and rook end games is the most difficult one to play out.
Other than chess, Daniel, what's important to you in life? Is there anything else?
Oh, yeah. Other than chess, I guess my studies is important. My studies.
What do you study?
Yeah.
What do you study in university?
I'm currently doing software engineering.
Wow, good.
Yeah.
Is there room for improvement?
Room for improvement? Oh, there's always room for improvement. Yeah, in well, anything I do.
Oh, good. Oh, a good attitude. Oh, I think it's it. And I was saying, great honor and a great privilege to even accept to talk to me, even though I seem to get on all right with you young blokes, you know, here and there. Right, so that's my first page of another 102.
Okay.
Not really.
Okay.
What activities and principles help you at the chessboard?
I believe so. I like to do this thing where before the game, around like, I don't know, say 5 minutes. Given that nobody's gonna come up to talk to me or ask me questions, I tend to like just sitting at the board, just staring at the board, and just basically it's kind of like meditation, just in silence and just to get into the right mood before the game. So I don't like think about random stuff during the game. And yeah, just during the game, it's important to not feel it's kind of like you kind of don't really, I don't know how to word this, but it's like you don't really care about who your opponent is. You play the same no matter what. If you should be playing the same way against the grandmaster as you would against a beginner. Yeah, so you can't let who your opponent is affect the way that you play the game. And I believe that is a rule that many all chess players, not all chess players, but most chess players know, but it's incredibly hard to follow. Especially, for example, you're just, for example, you're playing, you're playing against Grandmaster tomorrow. You obviously will start feeling pressure before you even sit down at the board. And like such grandmasters, including myself, when I play against weaker players, we can use that to our own advantages to win the game, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just important to, well, play your best and not really care about who your opponent is.
Yeah. So you play the board, not the piece, not the man, not the board. I mean, you play the board, not the man or the woman or the machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
Strengths and weaknesses. What comments? You've sort of said this a little bit.
Strengths and weaknesses. I believe my strength is just. Oh, sorry. Is it fine now?
I think you're coming through okay with volume, a wee bit.
Okay. So yeah. So strengths and weaknesses. I personally believe my strength is flexibility. It's just I can play a lot of things and I can choose what I want to play depending on who my opponent is and what they like to play. And I'm also, well, I guess this will become like self-proclaimed, but self-proclaimed, I'm really good at not losing. So I get a lot of worse positions, but against some weaker players even. But it's actually, I guess the term is like I swindle a lot of people, especially online, but also in person. Yeah. And my weakness, I guess, is just I don't know how to word this, but I just end up in a lot of losing positions, which is not ideal. But yeah. I guess I can say this now. Just one of my weaknesses in chess will probably be I don't have enough time to actually fully study the game as I would like to. Yeah, I guess that's a weakness.
Sorry. Go.
Sorry. And yeah, I might add as well. I believe even for a player like me, I still technically haven't played that many. I still have I guess another weakness of mine would be some end games just because of how few times I've played them, and it just I'll have to do a lot of thinking over the board, and yeah. But the most common in games would be okay. Just the uncommon ones would be pretty hard to play. Yeah.
So you've already sort of answered where to from here, because you've said, well, studies are taking over a little bit, especially with, because it does get quite intense. Do you play blindfold chess?
Oh, blindfold chess. That's a nice question actually. I can play. I do. I don't do it like regularly, but if someone wants me to, or just like a nice party trick, I would play blindfold. Well, only one board though. I can't remember past one board. Yeah.
Only one board. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair enough, because some can, can't they? Some can play simultaneous blindfold chess. So it's a bit hard on the brain.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say. I mean, I probably can't, but I've never tried it, so you never know. Maybe I
think you probably can. I think you'll probably do all right on
it. Maybe.
Do you find focus important to the board? I think you've already answered that, yeah?
Yes, focus is definitely, after your knowledge of the game, I think focus is the second most important thing at the board. Because if you're distracted by, this applies to myself as well. If you get distracted by, for example, who your opponent is, or the standings, like you need a win to win the tournament, or you need a draw in order to not lose, you can't lose this game, then that will affect the way you play. And as I said, it's easy to notice. Like you tell yourself, like, yeah, I'm going to do my best. A lot of times, it's actually really hard to keep that mentality throughout the game. And well, this applies to myself as well, because there's been quite a few events where it actually passed New Zealand championships as well. There's been, I think it was two or three New Zealand championships in a row where I just completely screwed up in the last round, because so in the past there were 3 New Zealand championships where if I won the last game, I would become the New Zealand champion. But I ended up losing in all 3 times, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So this is your cake.
Yeah. So if you had the question about one of my worst events, I could tell you about that one.
Oh, well, we probably have that. Now, a question on something a little bit different from chess, but related to chess.
Sure. Yeah.
What is 0 times infinite equal? Infinity equal.
Huh.
What does it equal?
That's a very random question. I mean, I've always thought it would, like, I don't know. You can't say it equals anything. I personally, maybe 1. I don't know, because it's like, yeah, I don't know. I'll just say it equals 1. Let's say it equals 1.
Okay.
Because 1 divided by 0 is infinity. So 0 times infinity is 1. I'm gonna say it like that.
What's 0 times a million?
Well, that's definitely 0.
Why? Where's the million gone? You know, you'll go $1 million bucks and someone comes along and puts 0 next to it with an X in the middle. Look at what that 0 does to that million. It just obliterates it. Whereas you put the 1 there times a million, it's lost its identity, because it's only a million still. You know, it's still just a million. Anyway, what other games do you play? You've mentioned some other games that you play, and why?
Some other games.
Yeah. Any other games?
And then, I mean,
I'll give you.
Yes. You mean like video games, or
any games? What other games do you play other than chess?
Like, do you mean sports as well?
I'm talking games. I'm
Games. I
focusing.
don't. Yeah, I don't think I play any other board games other than chess. I mean, I know how to play like other board games, but like obviously, probably in chess terms, I'll probably be like 1,000 rated and probably with the other board games I play. Yeah, I do play some video games though, if that's if that's part of it.
Sunday, 23rd of July, 1972. Do you know what happened
Yeah.
on that day?
Sorry, repeat the date.
Sunday, it's sort of like a trick question. Sunday, the 23rd of July, 1972. Do you know what occurred on that day?
You mean I'm gonna assume since you said a trick question, I'm gonna assume the answer is Sunday. I don't know. What's the answer?
No. Do you know what happened on that day, Sunday, 23rd of July, 1972? Okay, I'll let you off the hook. It was round
Yeah.
6 World Chess Championships, where
Yeah.
I think, yeah, so what do you think of Boris Spassky signing his score sheet and then resigning against Bobby Fischer in the round 6 and then getting up and applauding Bobby Fischer? What do you think of that?
I mean, okay. Yeah, obviously he's a great player, but Fischer was just better. So I think that's very, yeah, I think he was just, oh, that's just good sportsmanship. I think,
Yeah.
yeah, so depends. I wouldn't have, I don't think anyone would have blamed him if he got up and, well, was kind of pissed off and sad, I guess. Since yeah, but yeah, so he definitely showed great sportsmanship in his recognition of his opponent, and I believe most chess players would do that. In their, well, obviously there's not that much on the line for other chess players such as myself, but I
Yeah.
believe most chess players would congratulate their opponent if they unless something happened at the board, obviously, even well when they lose, basically. Such as when such as at the New Zealand Open. Like, I think all of the players I beat after the game, they came and looked at my game with me and wished me good luck for the next round. And yeah, it's just something. I believe chess players actually have really great sportsmanship in general.
So, what piece do you most like, if you want to tell me?
My favorite piece is probably the rook, actually.
Oh, wow. Good.
Yeah, it's just very random. I mean, most people would say the knight because it looks cool. Not most people. A lot of people say the knight it looks cool, or like the queen because it's the most powerful. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I just like the rook. No reason. I just like the rook.
Okay. Now, do you think the rook is a bit underplayed? This is just one of my personal questions that I've just
Yeah,
I've
sure.
been thinking about myself. I've just seen a grandmaster about, I don't know, 3-4 months ago, last year, of course, and he developed his rook to a6 and then entered it into the game. What do you think of that sort of thing? Do you have any inspirations or sort of ideas to, so why do I have to keep this thing back? It's quite powerful. What do you think?
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding the question.
Well, I'm just saying that we are in the middle game in the opening,
Yeah.
not generally meant to move our rooks out into the actual play. Whereas I've seen a grandmaster with black, he moved his rook out to a6, and then he moved it to sort of like d6 or something like that, or g6.
Yeah.
I don't remember the detail.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Do you like, if you say your rooks are your favorite piece? Have you got any sort of like? Do you think you could try some of those things? You could be an inventor, a creator of those sorts of, an initiator of those sorts of ideas at the chessboard, because obviously we haven't got everything all nestled down to a fine tea when it comes to chess.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously, most of the times that's not how you would develop your work, but it also happens quite often, not reasonably often, I would say. Not just rook a3, not rook a6, sorry, and lift your rook like that. You can also lift it after you castle, like rook e1 to rook e3, and then to the king side.
Yeah,
I would
sure.
say, yeah, I would say, yeah. But it's yeah. But like when I say my favorite piece is the rook, it doesn't mean that I'm biased towards any piece when I'm playing the game.
I didn't
It's
say
just
that. Yeah, you've
yeah.
got. It's all right to have a favorite piece. Now,
Yeah.
what's your worst? What's the piece you most detest, or you most dislike?
I don't know. Never thought about that.
Okay.
I kind of
Oh well, that's your answer.
yeah. I don't know. I don't think I have one. I think I have a favorite piece and just don't have a least favorite piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
What of your opponent? What piece do you most dislike about from your opponent? What's the one that really annoys you from your opponents?
Once again, I don't think I have one. I just think depends on position. Sometimes just there's some very annoying piece that you want to get rid of, but you can't get rid of, and that just well, if they can do that, then they're playing well, and yeah, yeah.
I have had
Yeah,
some
once
answers.
again,
Sorry. Sorry.
yeah, I don't really have one. No. Yeah.
I have had some answers there from other, even FIDE masters. I've had an answer from that question. You know, I think one FIDE master said the knight.
Yeah.
Knight
That's
annoys.
reasonable. The knight is a very The knight is a very obnoxious piece. But I don't know. I mean, it's not like only your opponent has knights, right? You also have knights yourself. So yeah. So I can't really say that any point. Yeah, I'm well. I hate any piece that my opponent has. Yeah.
Now, the next question is a question on a certain subject, can be political, but so just say pass if you don't feel comfortable.
Okay.
Have you got any beliefs or morals or ethics that you adhere to? Strong beliefs?
Beliefs, as in.
Well, whatever. If you don't want to answer it, don't answer it. So
Oh,
you, you could just say yes and then move on.
What do you mean by that? You mean like
Well, have you
what
got
kind
any?
of beliefs?
Do you believe in anything, or have you got any sort of morals that you adhere to and beliefs, or so, or
Oh.
do you glide through, or what do you do?
I think I'll pass on this question.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. What's your favorite music? What's your favorite music? What sort of music do you like?
I don't know. I haven't. I've actually been listening to a lot of just Chinese songs recently.
Oh wow.
I mean, I can't listen to everything as long as I don't know. It's as long as I think it sounds good, I guess. And I don't really know how to have a meter for that. Yeah. But yeah, recently I've been listening to quite a lot of Chinese songs because, well, I'm from China. I'm not from. My parents are from China. I was born here. Yeah.
So, what's your favorite food?
Food. I don't know. Potato, I'd say maybe. Just anything to do with potato.
I might ask you that question again, by the way, and see if it's changed. Would you play chess if your results were poor all the time?
I'd say yes because
Oh,
that was. I mean, there was probably no. There was definitely periods in my life where my results were kind of
your
bad,
life.
but that's yeah. Yeah, but it's just you learn from it, right? you learn from it, and you improve. And then next time you do slightly less work, less bad, and then eventually you do good. So, yeah.
And what if there was no chess to play?
You mean even online?
Yeah. What if there was no chess? What would you do then? Take up tiddlywinks or?
If there's no chess, then
We
I
won't have
mean,
a conversation.
I mean, okay, like chess is a very enjoyable part of my life, but it's also, I mean, I'm not gonna be that cheesy and say I can't live without it, but chess is a very large part of my life. But if, for example, I don't know, someone just deleted chess and no one could play it ever again, I wouldn't feel too bad about it. Um, yeah, I mean, I would obviously be like, huh? Why? But well, I'll probably be kind of. I would miss the game obviously, but it would like devastate me too much.
Because it could go into lockdown, couldn't it?
Yeah.
It's sort of like
Oh,
no chess is.
but then we can, yeah, but then we can still play online.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, but yeah, okay. What's your favorite exercise? Have you got an exercise that I like your water? That's very important, water, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, there was definitely more than kind of keeps you alive.
We need it. The brain needs it. It needs.
Yeah,
Do you know what all the things the brain needs? It needs. Anyway, do you know what the things are? One of them is
means
water. One of them is actually mingling. One of them is mingling. We're kind of mingling at the moment, but not really. It's a little bit different. It's a bit like the over the board is better than online. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So if I ask, what's your favorite exercise?
Yeah, yeah. I haven't answered it. Favorite exercise. Um, I don't know. I would say I quite enjoy playing badminton.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I know a
I mean,
champion. I know a champion at badminton.
mm, mm, just yeah, just for fun. It's also quite nice. Yeah.
It's quite good, isn't it? It's very similar to chess, isn't it? You've got to defend your area and attack.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I wouldn't say it's so chess actually.
Well, you do. You have to
Yeah,
defend your area. You don't let
it's
the
quite fun.
cock, the yeah. Um,
Yeah.
what does prestige or honor for you, Daniel, generate a desire to play chess, or is it the fun part of it?
I think it definitely has. Right, sorry, can you repeat the question?
I'm talking about, does prestige or honor for you, Daniel, generate a
Yeah,
desire to play chess?
yeah. So you mean like, yeah, obviously, no, obviously, yeah, definitely has some effect to it. But I mainly play chess because, well, I like playing chess. Yeah.
So a big ask, this one. This is a big ask. This is a real big question, this ask. Okay. Happy with your past performance?
Okay.
The last performance. Are you
I,
happy with it?
I mean,
You
I
might
mean,
have
I
played,
can't.
huh?
I mean, it would be kind of um weird if I say I'm not happy with it. But I'd say I'm reasonably happy with it. But like I said, it could always be better. Like I definitely did not have the cleanest one. I definitely screwed up quite not quite often, but I screwed up in some games. Lucky that lucky in some of them to not lose even. But yeah, I would say I'm pretty happy with my performance this time.
What's your least favorite movie?
Movie, least favorite movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, something about me is I don't really watch a lot of like TV shows and movies and stuff, so I don't really think I can say what my least favorite movie is. I don't think, yeah, I don't really have a least favorite movie.
So have you got a
But, yeah.
favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I don't know. My life sounds quite boring, but I don't think I have a favorite movie either.
Oh no,
Yeah.
it's just different sort of values. I think that's what it's
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
So you've already said that the New Zealand's chess players are pretty good sports, and I think you might be talking about that internationally as well, because you've represented internationally. And sorry about that noise from the car.
Okay.
But does anything at the board from your opponent annoy you?
Anything I'm bored.
At the board
I
that
mean,
your opponent does?
well, there's always most of the time, your opponent wouldn't do anything to distract you when you're playing, and even if they do, they're doing it not on purpose. It's just a habit of theirs, or they're just or they're just doing it not knowing it's distracting you. But there's definitely been times where, well, sometimes your opponents, well, would be not really that great of a sport team. For example, it's not even distracting you. Sometimes they would like just, for example, touch a piece and not move it and say that they didn't touch a piece or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
I believe it's just something that happens. It's just sometimes you just got to accept it and know that yeah, know that this is probably going to be like, well, you definitely will meet such players, but most players will be really nice people. In fact, yeah, I think it's really, that's also another thing for me as well. It's really easy to make friends in the chess community.
Yeah.
Because, it just, everyone is like, so everybody who plays chess is, well, pretty nice. So people who play chess are some pretty nice people. Yeah.
Is there someone you find hard to beat in chess?
Hard to beat.
Yeah, hard to beat.
Actually,
I don't want
statistically,
names. I don't want names.
there's you don't want names. Okay.
Oh, probably not.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean there are definitely people who are hard to beat. For me personally at least. Okay, so you don't want names. I'll just say there's one player in New Zealand actually that New Zealand I have actually never beaten before in my life.
Oh wow.
In standard.
Well, you beat
chess
him now.
Yeah.
Or her now.
No, I actually still haven't beaten him yet. It's well in standard time control. I beat him like rapid and blitz time control, but those don't really count. I've always liked to think of rapid and blitz as like the fun time controls, and the standard time control as like the business time control.
Oh, that's good. Have you had a losing streak? And if so,
oh yes,
what did you do about it? How did you combat it?
Losing streak. I don't know. There have been quite. I have some. I don't really go on a losing streak, but I'd say the biggest streak I went on was when I was playing in this tournament, and where was it? It was like, Philippines. It was in the Philippines. I forgot the name of the tournament now, but it was, well, probably my worst tournament ever.
Oh yes.
And yeah, it just, I wasn't able to adjust. I lost round one very badly, and badly, I mean, I was winning and then I ended up losing against someone who was much stronger than me. So, so I wasn't happy with my performance because I let that win slip out of my hands. And not only did I not win, I lost the game. And the exact same thing happened in the second round of the tournament. And I kind of just mentally collapsed. And I didn't really get to play the tournament. Well, I didn't play the tournament that well, and I finished really badly. Yeah. So I would say, I mean, obviously I didn't deal with it that well, in that tournament, but other times, yeah, I say rule number one is just to not go on a losing streak.
Yeah, if you could pick it. So do you get what could be classed as a dud game? Do you ever play a game that you think is a dud game? A dud meaning a fizzler. It just went, oh, I just really played like. Have you got those sort of games?
You mean those games where you just like, I just played like really badly?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. There are quite, actually, I won't say it happens often, but I also won't say it never happens, or happens very little. It actually happens. Well, I said maybe the word's like sometimes it happens. Yeah, just after the game, you know you did badly. You know, there were some moves you could have spent more time on, or some moves where you saw a better continuation, but you just didn't go for it because of miscalculation. And yeah, those games definitely happen.
Oh, sorry. Do you ever, or have you ever played someone that you despise personally? You don't like them at all? And that can't include me. But I mean, do you ever have a game where you play someone and you don't like them at all, personally?
Not really. I don't really
Okay.
have any enemies. Yeah. I mean,
Oh, cool.
I definitely have like people I don't like playing, but it's not because I hate them personally. It's just because they're pretty good at the game, and I just don't like playing against them because I have a bad score against them. Yeah. But
Yeah. So have you got someone that on the opposite side of things that
yeah.
is very strong and just can't beat you?
I'm not gonna say names, but I do have a great score against a lot of well, I have really bad scores against some players and I have really good scores against other players. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in New Zealand.
So I've already asked you about what foods do you like. Do you want to emphasize a little bit more?
I don't, I don't know. I don't really have a favorite food.
Okay.
I mean, I just like potatoes in general. Yeah.
Sorry?
I just like potatoes in general, no matter what's done to them. Yeah.
So what about your longest game? I don't want to make this your longest ever interview in time, but what's your longest game? Is there anything memorable about that?
My longest game. I believe my longest game would probably be in the tournament where I got my FIDE Master title. It was in round, if I remember correctly, it was in round 5, 6, or 7 against it was against Alexei Kalashko, who is also a very strong NZ player. Yeah, so it was a rook endgame, two rooks, two rook endgame, and I was down a pawn, and I managed to defend to hold the game to a draw. So that was actually a very, very important game to me to be able to not lose.
Good.
That was definitely my longest game in terms of time, but in terms of moves, that could probably was also my longest game. But there are also other games where I did play a lot of moves. But I say yeah, that should be my longest game, at least in my memory.
So if you could wave a magic wand and magically
Yep.
appear at any chess match, what match would that be? What game would that be? So if you
I
go,
definitely. Yeah. Sorry.
no, that's all
Sorry.
right.
You complete. Oh yeah. I definitely want to go back in time to watch Kasparov play. Kasparov. Yeah. Yeah. He's my favorite chess player, and I just really I just really like him as a person and his games as well.
So you get a bit of
Definitely,
inspiration from him.
yeah, that's definitely when I was younger, the chess player I looked up to most.
Yeah, of course.
Well, even now, actually, I still look up to him a lot.
Of course.
Yeah.
If you could wave the same wand, who would you most want to play and why?
Oh, yeah, probably Kasparov. Yeah, I really want to play against him. I just feel like, it'll be a very nice experience.
Do you think it might
Yeah.
put you off chess?
No. Like I said
No,
before, like getting
no, I don't
beaten
think so.
badly. I actually really enjoy getting outplayed and beaten badly in chess. I guess is I don't mind it. As long as I didn't like blunder something. Like if I
Yeah.
just got crushed and uh there's a lot I can learn, then there'll be a lot I can learn from it, right? I'll be like, okay, so obviously in my mind at least, I'm not that bad of a chess player, but if I got crushed that badly, then there must be stuff I did wrong and I can improve on, which would be very nice.
And brilliancy prizes, should they be, if you were to choose, say you had to choose, should they be
Yeah,
positional crunches or tactical crunches? Brilliancy
definitely
prizes.
tactical crunches.
Okay.
Definitely tactical
Right,
crunches.
we'll stop there. We'll stop there.
Positional
No,
crunches?
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
We'll
Okay.
stop there. I just like your answer. I like your
Okay.
answer. No, you can say what you want to say. Of course you do.
No. I just want to say, I think like to many players, especially that the um positional crunches to like weaker players, sometimes even me, like watching, for example, Magnus Carlsen play, like it's just sometimes you just don't understand it, right? Tactical crunches, it's easier to understand. It's like boom, bam, pow, win, right? Yeah, like
Right.
if you have to compare it, like tactical crunches will probably be like punch to hit and then KO, and then positional crunches will probably be like yeah,
A
like
squeeze.
I love like low kicks and just like kicks to and then just slowly wear your opponent down, right? And that it's just more enjoyable to watch the tactical crunches, but positional crunches is definitely something. In terms of learning, it's something you can learn from a lot. And I
Yeah.
believe
Yeah.
they're both equally important to a chess player.
But your answer is tactical over
Yeah, definitely.
positional.
Yeah.
Okay. 5 most important things in life. Do you want to answer that, or have you answered
Most
that?
important things in life.
You're what?
Well, definitely. Sorry.
No.
5 most important things in life probably be like, well, family first of all. Family and friends, and family friends. Uh, well, family and friends definitely most important, and then you can put in other stuff like study, chess. Number 5. I don't know without even putting number 5. Probably health, family, friends, chess, studies, and health. Yeah,
At the
probably
moment.
most to me.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
5 most important things. Yeah.
How do you approach more than one serious game of chess a day? How do you do it? When you do?
Well, yeah, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. Just obviously, I personally prefer one game a day. But if you got to play 2 games a day, then Well, then you should know that your opponent is also playing 2 games today, right? Then if you're tired, he's also tired, and it's just competition. You just compete basically, and obviously it'll affect your play, but it shouldn't affect your play like by incredible amount.
So what part of the
Yeah.
game do you most enjoy? Opening, middle,
Uh,
end?
it really depends. I personally really like well, as we said before, you have to be the brilliant sequence. I said tactical, but I actually really prefer.
You're breaking up. Break it up.
I
Break it up.
really like playing positional crunches. Like, and just sorry, yeah, sorry, yeah. I was
Something's happening here. Daniel, I can't hear you.
really enjoy playing positional crunches. So it doesn't really matter now. Hello, hello.
Yeah,
Is it
I
good
can
now?
hear you now. It's all going to air.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, so as I was saying, I really like playing positional crunches. So it's just really fun to play, I guess. It just so the I'd say my favorite thing to play will probably be, if I had to describe it, would be like end game upper pawn. Yeah, that would be like my favorite kind of position to play.
What happens if an immovable object meets an irresistible force? What happens if an immovable object
I honestly don't know.
meets an irresistible? Okay, that's the right answer.
Yeah.
Social or serious chess?
Well, both, I guess. Yeah. I mean, social chess is like for fun, and well, chess tournaments is like also pretty fun. They're both fun. They're both fun.
And administrators, the great work that they do, the people like the arbiters, and the people that are
Right.
organizing tournaments and sponsoring them and all that sort of thing. What, if anything, can they do to better chess, or can they do nothing better?
Um, in New Zealand, I'd say
Yeah,
just
you're locking up. Might be end of end. Daniel, you've locked up.
just more chess events, I'd say. Obviously, is it better now?
Yeah, you're coming through now.
Hello, is it better
Yeah,
now?
you're coming through now.
Okay, yeah. So I was saying, COVID. Well, I'd say for New Zealand, we just need more chess events, just more events in general. Especially players who are just starting out, they definitely need far more practice and
Yes.
to play than they are getting. Yeah,
And
but it's also difficult. Yeah.
girls and women
Sorry,
in
sorry.
chess. Girls
Yeah.
and women in chess. What, in your opinion, needs to attract more of them to chess?
I don't know. I feel like the problem with the lack of amount of women playing chess currently is probably because it's just because it's kind of how do I explain it? It's kind of because there's a lack of number of women playing chess that's core
I've gone out.
lack of
Listen,
women playing chess because
you're cutting out.
I'm cutting out again. Sorry.
And we have
Is
to
it good
finish
now?
soon for.
Is it good now?
We do have to finish soon for your for our agreement that you want to do that. So I'd like to say, first of all, thank you very much. What's your favorite sport?
Obviously chess.
Pardon?
Obviously chess.
Yeah, okay. Well, what's your favorite? I know it's sort of physical sport as well, but what's your favorite physical sport? Badminton, or is it?
Probably badminton.
Okay. Favorite immortal game?
Mortal game. Well, definitely.
Can't hear you.
Wait, yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking.
Okay. I better not stop you thinking. If you're talking now, I can't hear you.
I mean, there's a lot of games I really like. Very memorable one for me would probably be Short's King War against the man.
All right.
Yeah. I forgot the year that they played it, but yeah, Short against the man. Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Intuitive or constructive analysis?
Well, both is no analysis. Probably constructive.
Pardon? What's that? Sorry, I can't hear you. What do you favor? What do you think you play more like? Do you?
Well, you need both.
Sorry.
Constructive.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so do you believe it's good to be dressed properly at the board? You know, dressed professionally looking, or do you just turn up in a basketball top, or what do you do? Have you got any sort of like ideas about that?
Yeah, I think you just turn up wearing anything, honestly. As long as you're wearing something. At least for me.
As long as you're wearing
I think it's not like you're going to like a photo shoot or something. You don't need to dress up. Yeah, just yeah. I mean, we're here to play chess, not to have a photo shoot.
Yeah. Oh well, hey Daniel, well done. Congratulations. It's an honor and a privilege. And you have to send me your thingy details, of course. So if you could do that for me.
Yeah.
I consider it a great privilege and a great honor to interview you. And I thank you very, very much from the bottom of my heart. I really mean it. I thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I hope I've conducted this interview okay. I've tried to not talk about myself or my own experience of loss to you, which I've lost to you too. And that wasn't too hard. Anyway, so I'd thank you very much. Have you got any end words that you want to say now? And before I stop the recording?
I would like to thank you also for hosting this interview. I found it very enjoyable, and yeah, and I guess one final message is just for the people that will watch it with you. Just if you're playing chess now, just keep playing chess, and even if you don't treat it seriously, just play for fun. Yeah, chess is just stuff. I mean, I hope more and more people start playing. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. And I'm going to now stop the recording, and then I'll say goodbye. So I'm going to stop the recording, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Daniel, the new New Zealand chess champion of the world. Thank you very much.